Hey guys, before we get into the video, let me introduce you to Real Men Shave. Real Men Shave is a community which has many cool benefits. You can share your shave of the day post here, you can ask for product recommendations, or if you're a video maker like me, you can share your content with a rapidly growing audience. If you want to have a look, I'll put a link in the description. Apart from that, let's get on with the shave. Hello and welcome to the Virtual Green Room. My name is Jack, your host, and today I'm bringing you a bit of a first impressions video. So what is the first impressions of the Leaf razor? USPS came this morning and delivered this razor to me. Really fast delivery from Leaf, so thank you for that. This razor is interesting to me, and the reason I decided to go for it mainly was due to the fact that it's quite obscure in the general scene, and frankly, I'd be interesting to kind of see how it works because of that. It's one of the only razors I've bought in the last year and a half that are multi-blade, is a multi-blade razor, but it's not multi-blade in the same sense a cartridge razor is, because they're not cartridges. You're just using double-edged blades and snapping them in half. This is exactly how this works. So what you'll see here, I need to see myself on camera to explain this. So this is the act of snapping them in half. That is basically how you unscrew it and how all the blades go in. This is where you put the blades in conjunction to kind of like the tiers of the razor, and that's how you close it, frankly. Quick tips. Number one, if you're having trouble shaving in tight places like directly under your nose, we recommend shaving an angle across or against the grain to access any remaining hair. Pretty standard. If the razor is too aggressive, leave the bottom blade out and start loading with the middle blade. Makes sense? Caring for your razor. Keep your razor clean and dry after use. We advise against storing the razor in the shower. Clean the razor periodically using a mild soap to keep it in good working condition. Take care not to use abrasive scrubbers that may scratch the finish. We suggest a toothbrush. Now what I have is a pretty pink toothbrush that I scrub a lot of my razors with after use. Without a soap, just with water, it gets the soap scum off of it. I have very hard water here in New Mexico, so I need to kind of do that. Show you the razor then, shall we? So without further ado, this is the Leaf razor. It's very interesting, as you can see, kind of if you look at the front here, trying to get the stupid camera to focus. It's not listening to me, so never mind. This is the razor here. So the thing that I noticed first when I first saw this razor, have a look. Pivoting head. Very similar to the good old one blade Genesis with its pivoting head. The pivot though seems a lot more natural. It contours to the face better. Like if you look, the pivot is on less of a lever, and because of that I think the pivot would actually act more natural in the razor. If I show you the loading system here, which is probably kind of the more unique thing about the razor, right? So what this razor reminds me of, it reminds me of a surgical tool, because what you'll see, these will lift up. I believe these two are magnetic and they will actually stick together, but you can separate those. So here we go. This is how it works. You put your first blade in at the bottom, then it will go on top, you put your second blade in and bang. So your third blade would go even below both these two metal things here. Your second blade then, you chuck this down. This is where it confuses me, because if it is magnetic, I guess you just do that and then put it there. Throw this down, put that there. Throw this over the top and then screw it back up. Another cool thing about this razor is I think, although the handle doesn't look particularly well knurled, I think the grip on this is fantastic. Mainly because of these ridges here, really nice. They've changed the Leaf logo recently, so there's that too. I actually like the old logo, but never mind. One other cool thing about this razor, quite unique in the industry, you don't see this too often, they include a trimmer. They call it the twig. It's a sculptor. So, for example, if you want to get the angle on your sideburns, you can get those. Your beard, whatever you need to. It's quite unique. It's not made in the best quality, but you should expect that. I think the reason they've done this is to give a reason to. So, these are the blades now. They give you standard double-edged blades, and I think that a lot of the reason they've included this is because if you have if you snap two double-edged blades, that creates 4 small blades, and the Leaf only takes 3. So I think they were trying to think of a way to make use of that last blade, and this is frankly it, you know. It's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing actually how this works. The blade gap on it looks giant, so it should be effective in that regard. Yeah, that's the first impressions. I'm going to do a shaving video with this in the next couple of days, so you'll see that in the next couple of days anyway. I've got a new cream to show you guys, and I look forward to showing it to you. So apart from that, it's been your host Jack from the Virtual Groom Room. Goodbye for now.